Hello guys, welcome to MTG Explain. In our last video, we discussed some of the new mechanics from Zendikar Rising, which include the new party mechanic and the double face card mechanic. But today we're going to discuss some returning mechanics, just in case you guys don't know what some of those mechanics are or how they exactly work. And they're returning with two mechanics, one being Landfall and the other being Kicker. These aren't too complicated mechanics, but it is worth knowing how they work going into Zendikar Rising. So let's take a look at Kicker. Alright, so we have Null Priest of Oblivion. This card is a new card that got released from Zendikar Rising, and he has Kicker 4. So what exactly does this mean, Kicker 4? Right, you pay 1 black and 3 colors mana, right? And it says if it was kicked, when it enters the battlefield, it may return target creature card from your graveyard to the battlefield. So what does this exactly mean? It means you have to pay 4 additional mana on top of his original mana cost of 2. So you have to pay 6 mana, 2 black, to be able to activate his Kicker. So you can play him for 2, or you can kick him, which will make him essentially make him cost 6 mana cost, and you can get his Kicker effect. So Kicker is an ability that's normally pretty useful later in the game because it does make your cards cost a little bit more, but it does give them that extra ability. So they still have the early play. We can play them down early if you need it. But in the later game, if you draw them late or you draw them later on, we got a lot of mana. They still got that late game play where you can kick them and give that card a little bit extra, utility in the game. So Kicker, great. It's a good mechanic, great mechanic for later games, late play. It does make things cost a little more, but it gives you that extra utility. Second mechanic that coming out in Zendikar Rising, or reintroduced in Zendikar Rising, is Landfall. Now, Landfall is a pretty simple mechanic. It's kind of goes with how it says. Anytime a land enters the battlefield, it triggers a certain type of, it triggers the Landfall ability, right? So, for example, we have Lotus Cobra, which is being reprinted in Zendikar Rising. Lotus Cobra, anytime a land enters the battlefield, add 1 mana of any color to your mana pool. So, again, if you play a land, that's a land anytime any of your lands are in the battlefield. So you play a land, then that Landfall ability is going to trigger. This also works very well when you got cards like Fable Passage, right? So you play the land, it triggers the Landfall. Then you can also sacrifice it, go search a library for another land. Then that second land also enters the battlefield. So that's a double trigger on Landfall. So just keep that in mind when you're trying to build a deck. Or if you're trying to build a deck with Landfall creatures, you might want to have a Fable Passages in it, just so you can get that more trigger ability hitting twice or multiple times in one turn. So just keep that in mind. Also, again, cards like Euro, who's going to make you play an additional land on your turn, also works pretty well with Landfall triggers. So those are two mechanics that are being reintroduced in Zendikar Rising that have already been in Magic at some time in the past. But again, they're coming back into Standard this time, and we're going to just see how these mechanics work and how they're going to do in this new format that's be coming up when rotation hits. So, I do appreciate you guys watching this video. Hope you guys like this video. Please like and subscribe to our channel. If you have any questions about the mechanic, just comment below. But we are looking forward to this new set, Zendikar Rising, and I hope you guys are too. And again, thank you guys for watching today. Have a great one.